The new Paddington movie's coming out. Paddington in Peru.
Really? Oh, I hope they release more Paddington body pillows. Because the one I got from the first movie is amazing and it's lasted me till now, but it's kind of getting a bit tired.
Yeah. What? What a great way to start a podcast, because I don't have to edit this one. Because we've got a new editor. Maxine.
Who the fuck is Maxine? Who the fluff is Maxine?
Maxine's our new editor.
Who's Maxine?
So Maxine's going to be editing all the podcasts and videos from now on. And they're really good. So just be nice to them. Yeah.
They them?
Yeah, it's a
non-binary.
Maxine's a they, them. Yeah.
Congratulations, Maxine. We're very proud of you.
We're happy to have you joining the Jam Clan. First employee of Jam. Except for all the Jammers.
The Jammers
they all work for me. Because I'm like that one graphic where, like, I'm the puppet master. That's what they call me.
You're not the puppet master.
I'm the puppet master.
You're not the puppet master.
That's what they call me.
You always say this sort of stuff and you say, like, everyone's saying you're the puppet master. Oh, everyone's saying I'm the puppet master. Everyone's saying that. But I've never heard anyone call you the puppet master.
It's because I'm the puppet master and I'm making sure that while I'm puppeteering over here and they're all calling me the puppet master, you're being puppeteered over in the loser's corner with all the losers.
I would never be puppeteered in the loser corner. I would be... If I was ever puppeteered, which I'm not puppeteered, the only person who's puppeteering me is no one. I was gonna say, but not the move.
What's the freakiest?
Crazy.
You don't even know crazy. You've never even heard crazy.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
It's my new move. Welcome back to the Jake and Marty podcast, episode 86.
My favorite is...
I've been thinking about the name Jake and Marty podcast. And I've been thinking about the fact that I'm on two wavelengths about it. I both love it and hate it at the same time. I think it's the most uninspiring, uncreative name we could have possibly thought of.
The Chronicles of Jake and Marty.
The Chronicles of Jake and Marty. I think we need to keep your eye out for episode 100 because we might be announcing either a slight name change or a drastic name change, but likely a name change. I was looking at it the other day in awe of how brilliant the name was just because it's so simplistic and stupid.
Yeah.
Jake and Marty's podcast. With Jake and Marty, starring Jake and Marty, where they talk about the lives of Jake and Marty. And Jake so and Marty. You can stay updated. But I think the Chronicles sounds way better.
Yeah. And then you know what you're getting in for. You know you're with Jake and Marty. You're hearing about Jake and Marty. Jake and Marty are going to be there, and it's going to be their Chronicles.
Absolutely. I think Chronicles just better prepares you for the measure.
Great things that are Chronicles. Narnia. Future Jake and Marty.
Bible. Is Bible in Chronicles?
Bible Chronicle? I feel like I've never opened a Bible and it starts like it has a theme song.
Harry Potter. I'm thinking of Harry Potter. Sometimes people get Harry Potter in the Bible confused.
Is Harry Potter a chronicle? I feel like it's
I don't know what a chronicle is. Clearly. I thought a chronicle...
We could Google it. We could get Maxine to Google it, but we also could just throw the question to the jammers. What's a chronicle to you guys?
What's a chronicle? I feel like it's... I'm going to speak my truth and say that my version of a chronicle is just whatever you think it is, as a matter of fact. Whatever Jake says is a chronicle, Marty agrees. I thought a chronicle was just everything. I thought everything was a chronicle.
I would say a chronicle is a factual written account of important or historic events in the order that they occurred.
Maxine got that for you, didn't
you? Yeah, Maxine pulled that up.
Maxine's behind the camera, giving Jake facts, making him look smarter.
Now, Maxine, they are a little shy, so they're not going to be speaking for the next few episodes, but we're working our way there. Hopefully by episode 100,
there's not a lot of the jammers. We've told Maxine is not within her pay grade. She's not allowed to speak on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, they're not allowed to speak on the podcast.
They just send us, like, they communicate with us telepathically so that we know exactly what to say.
Yeah. Tight shit.
I would call Maxine their best. So I'm really bad at this gendering thing.
Maxie?
Maxie. Their
Oh, Maxie.
Maxie. I reckon their best description of what...
This is going to be great having Maxine on the team. And I did say this to Maxine in her interview. This is going to be great having her on the team so we can be more politically correct.
Yeah, them on the team. Great having them on the team.
Sorry. First of all, this first episode, so it's kind of a trial run.
No, but
we pay our six-figure
in terms
salary,
of
so
job
it's okay.
description or job title, what would you say is Maxine's job?
Sorry, no.
I'm talking about during the podcast.
Maxine, bleep that out. Maxine, bleep that out.
I would say their job is ghostwriter.
Yeah.
And they just communicate with us telepathically. So we just say, hey, Maxine, what's this?
You know what? You know who we found out this week that doesn't have a ghostwriter?
Who, us?
Kanye West. He certainly doesn't have a ghostwriter. You've seen his new album, World War III. I don't know. Keep the king, but for God's sake, spare the bear.
Is this like a Brave reference?
Not a bad call from you, actually. Not a bad call from you. No, this was Marty's mini meltdown for this week, but we had two headlines. And one of them, I was a bit like, oh, damn, that's insane that happened. And it kind of like, it didn't shock me, but it was like, it wasn't on my bingo card for 2025. The second one, you know that big hiatus we took from podcasting?
You mean like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Oh, that
Maxine, do we remember?
Maxine was unemployed until last week.
But they were calling us. They were the reason Maxine got the job. Huge fan.
But this second news title truly rocked me to my core. So the first one was
A Jake and Marty dead.
Both are coming out of the UK. Both are coming out of London. I think both are coming out of London. And the first one was the King George statue got stolen in London. They found the king. I believe they found the king. I don't know. The head. Someone come through and cut his head off and took King George's head.
Probably not a bad idea because I heard he was quite fat, and so it'd probably be a heavy statue.
a bit of a tough. But I don't care. Respectfully, I don't care about the King George statue, and this is why this segment's called "Keep the King." But please spare the bear, because another statue was stolen in London, arguably more iconic and more of a mascot to what London and England is all about than King George ever was. Paddington Bear,
stolen.
The statue of Paddington Bear in London's Central Station, I think it was stolen.
Why? Gosh, why?
And that's why I say, keep the king.
Spare the bear.
Spare the bear. Give him back. Give him back. You don't have the right to take Paddington away from the people.
Or me.
Or Jake. Or Marmalade.
I have a...
New Paddington movie's coming out. Paddington in Peru.
Really? Oh, I hope they release more Paddington body pillows. Because the one I got from the first movie is amazing. And it's lasted me till now. But it's kind of getting a bit tired.
Yeah. What?
My Paddington body pillow.
Yeah.
Remember you stayed the night a few weeks ago and you gave it a ride?
I don't think it's ever happened. Spare the bear in Jake's house and in London. Let's spare the bear in both situations. That's all I had to say in that segment.
And if you guys are looking at our Amazon wish list, Paddington body pillow, let's try and fill that one.
Well, when we start doing unboxings, just send us a bunch of Paddington body pillows.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Maxine, could you hook up a? Could you hook up?
Could you set that up, Maxine?
Could you hook up a? Okay. All right. Jake's journalism.
Now these
are we going to talk about what we got up to this week, or is that coming up in any of your segments? Because I was not going to discuss it.
That's kind of coming up in Jake's journalism a little bit.
Sweet. Let's talk about it because I really want to talk about this movie that we watched.
Okay, this can come after like the last one in Jake's journalism, kind of about this week, and then we'll follow on talk about the week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Write that down, Maxie.
Oh, Maxie. Sorry, it's just funny. Just funny to me.
First off, this is some of it's a bit older news, just because we kind of skipped a few weeks of actually talking. Warning against the SpongeBob pill. If you guys are out there, please look out for this pill. Looks like SpongeBob, contains 3 times the MDMA as a normal MDMA pill.
Actually?
Yeah.
I thought when you said SpongeBob pill, I thought you were talking about those little things that like start off real small and you put them in water and then overnight they expand and then you got to put them in a bigger water bucket and they eventually get to like Jake's size.
Yeah, they get so big they turn into a body pillow.
Yeah. Maxi, do you reckon you get me a Paddington one of those?
Can you write that down, Maxi? Yeah, so warning against the SpongeBob pill. Basically what they're saying is if you find a SpongeBob pill, do not take it. I have appointed myself...
I've only just noticed that you've now, for the second week in a row, come to the studio... No, sorry. Not the second week in a row. The second out of last 3 weeks. You've come to the studio without your leather socks on.
Yeah.
Without, matter of fact, any socks on.
I'm letting him breathe. I realised...
The summer is over. It's time to tuck
but
them
I didn't
away.
get my toes out enough this summer, so I'm trying to get them out before it gets to winter.
It's pretty much already winter.
It's 28 tomorrow, mate. Next headline. This sounds like a joke. Actually, a very genuine problem in Mozambique. Bald men in Mozambique are under attack over a superstition that they have gold stored in their heads. So
I questioned Mr. Blanchfield about this back in the day, actually. I wasn't sold on his answer. He told me that it's all false and allegations, but I wasn't sold. Because he came to me and said, Tyson, you need to take your studies more seriously. You need to start rocking up to class on time. You need to stop skipping classes. You need to lock in, bro. And I said, I don't believe it. I know that cranium is full of the good stuff. The double A. Is that what it's the gold chemical symbol is? Double A? Or is that the battery?
That's definitely the battery.
I swear gold is AA.
No, it's
maybe
not.
AG. It has an A in it. Gold has an A in it. Maybe just A.
Yeah, it's AJ.
A+. Gold's A+. You're A+.
Thank you. Okay, so don't go hitting people over the head with hammers.
Learned that the hard way.
You won't find gold. But that's what they've been doing.
I don't know.
Yeah, so the next headline. You know when you go on a road trip with the whole family and you keep asking if you're going to be there yet and you keep fighting with your siblings and all this other stuff and dad threatens to turn the car around? Well, that happened, but in the air. We finally got a number. How many strikes do you get before the car gets turned around? Turns out 11. Flight from Chicago to India forced to turn around after passenger clogged 11 of the 12 toilets. Apparently...
That's diabolical. Hey, one passenger did all of it? Or passengers? That had to be of a collective effort.
Probably passengers. I'd say passengers. But there could have been one guy that was just on a roll.
My worst toilet experience. Let's talk about it. I was very young. And I swear it was an allegation. Because I got the finger pointed at me at my cousin's house once that I pooed on the toilet seat. Allegations, people. So if you ever hear the rumor that Marty poos on toilet seats, it's allegations. It's not true.
It's so true.
It's not true. It's not true. Because I would remember pooing on a toilet. Now, granted, sometimes I do get experimental in the bathroom. You know, sometimes I drop some Hiroshimas. Sometimes I do some upper deckers. But I never would poo on a toilet seat. Never have, never will.
Okay. Well, Maxi, write that down.
Yeah,
we need that on the record because this is...
Put that in my public portfolio.
Here's some things that I would just like to leave with the gems with, which I've been told personally. I act like a princess, look like a Barbie, smoke like a Marley, party like Kesha. Everyone always says I party like Kesha. Everyone always says, Jake, if I had to say you had one spirit animal, I'd say it would be Kesha.
Oh, absolutely.
Maxine, what's my spirit animal?
Smoke like a Marley? Smoke like a Marley. Look like a Barbie. Damn, that should have been my high... One day we got to go through our high school yearbook quotes. I don't remember what mine was.
Mine, I think, was...
I thought of a really good one the other day, but I'm not going to be able to remember it.
Okay. Party like Kesha.
What was the first one? It was act like a princess, look like a Barbie, smoke like a Marley, party like Kesha.
Great call.
That's a great call. That's awesome.
And here's where it kind of gets roped back in with our week. Jake's just journalism. There's something that I told I had to tell on the podcast. honestly, I'm curious about it. I'm very curious about it.
Bi-curious.
I wouldn't say I'm bi-curious about it, but I'm a little bit curious.
Okay.
Something about the stock market, something about the tariffs, something about Trump, something about investing, generational wealth, AI, Meta, Google, invest, gonna happen. Guys, trust me. Sorry, I'm kind of off on a tangent.
The best part about a journalism segment is you can just slam buzzwords. You can just slam buzzword after buzzword.
Well, that's all I got.
The viewers eat this shit up. They love it.
That's what I got, though, from Alice.
Yeah. Oh, I got something a lot worse from Alice. Oh, hit with the craziest. I don't even know how to, like, I'm trying to describe the feeling I had when I was hit with it. How do you describe... I'm sorry. I'm tweaking this part. I can't stop laughing. I don't think I want to say it. Sorry, let's move on.
Can I hear it? Can I hear it at least? I want to cut it out.
I was gonna say, how do you describe the feeling when the baddest in the room says you I don't even know what I was trying to say.
Did you like how I at least tried and stood up for you there?
I loved how you tried to stand up for me. I said that last night. I was talking to... Probably not great for me to bring it up last night. Oh, no, I was talking to Grace about it, so it was chill. I was talking to Grace, because me and Owen would, as you do, just talk, because you just get lost in it. And I said to Owen, I was like, she hit me, like, I was really pissed off, because she hit me with, you can, like, leave snippets of this in if you like. It's like, you really pissed me off.
Well, careful, because she's my wife.
I'm not gonna overstep, but you gotta understand when I say, like, it was just hard to stay mad at her, because she kept saying it.
Yeah.
She kept telling me how unfortunate it was for me, and how I'll pretty much never recover, and then she'd hit me with, sorry, I'm being bitchy, and I'd just hit her with, no, you're not. I said that. I was like, well, she kind of is, but I don't know. She sort of just can do no wrong. But of course, you're going to get married, so that's fine. Nah. Again, a lot of that needs to be cut because it was crazy work for me.
Yeah.
So Jake met his wife on the weekend.
But I also
got shut down by... but we can maybe cut that out of the pod.
Well, she shut me down, but then she opened the door back up, I swear.
Did she?
Yeah.
Respect.
She was like, oh, no, sorry, it's not going to happen. And then later on, she was like, I'm being serious. You better message me.
I do that. To be fair, I do that to people. I never shut the door fully on any situation.
Well, she shut the door fully for that night. Mm. But then she you were there. She witnessed it. When we were leaving, she said, I'm serious.
That's because I didn't give her my number, though. What's the best way to get to Jake? Through Marty. Wait, opposite. Swipe that, reverse it. What's the best way to get through Marty? Jake.
Nah, well, she has your Instagram.
Does she?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I feel like most of the girls from high school unfollowed me after I left high school.
Yeah, well, we Loki forgot that you went to a different school for a year.
I've heard this. I've heard these allegations that I was not missed when I left.
From a different one of my wives.
I like it miss what's...
Crazy. Anyway, tell us about this week.
You gotta lock in, Maxine. For this part of the podcast, you gotta lock in and save our face a little bit, please. Thank you, Maxine.
Thank you, Maxine. What was the other thing you wanted to talk about this week?
Minecraft movie, bro.
The Minecraft... We saw it.
We saw it.
I saw it twice.
He saw it 2 times. The first time was so nice, I had to do it twice. No, it was... Here's the opinion I'm beginning... Because a lot of people ask... Because we watched it on release day. Or maybe the day after, I don't know. We watched it pretty soon after it released. Because, I don't know, we got like VIP access, as you do.
For fans, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But... This is how I've been... So everybody's been asking me, what are your thoughts? And I said to my brother, he's going to go see it now. And I said to him, buckle in for the greatest cinematic experience of your life. Because I didn't like it. It was hard for me because I was laughing throughout the whole film. Every time Jack Black delivered pretty much any line, I was probably getting a giggle out of me. Very silly movie. Very silly. But so silly that this is my honest opinion on the movie. It's like for kids. And then when I'm like talking maybe like 6 and above. Maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. It depends. Once you get older than that, it's just so obviously silly that it's... Because they'll be funny, silly... too silly, so silly it's funny again, and that's where the Minecraft movie operates for me.
That's kind of like the low taper fade meme.
Yes, it's a great example.
It was funny, then it died, then it got dragged, then it got dragged so long.
Got dragged through the mud.
It became so stupid how long it was getting dragged for.
I had trench foot.
That it became the idea of dragging the meme and the idea of saying it was funny than it actually being said.
The funniest part about the meme now is just that that little snippet of that face that Ninja pulls every time he says it. That one. No, that's probably my favorite meme ever. What? It's a good meme.
No, I'm just
the best meme.
I'm just trying not to. No, I'm just finding it funny. Because we've gone from talking about the Minecraft movie to somehow low taper fade.
Which is another...
And we've gone, the movie was like low-key a little silly, and then I'll just cut it and we'll go, low taper fade meme is like low-key my favorite.
You simply can't deny that there's a natural progression from the Minecraft movie to the low taper fade meme.
There is.
And I just think we danced on that Rainbow Road. Mario movie was great as well. That was great. Jack Black has so many great performances. Dare I remind you of, what was his name? Pablo Escobar or something? No, El Macho. Pablo Escobar, completely different. El Macho? Have you not seen El Macho? El Nacho. It might be El Nacho. I think it's El Nacho.
What's it? What is it?
He's like a Mexican wrestler.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
You gotta watch El Nacho, bro.
I don't know. I just have these image of Mexican wrestlers that they like, their day job is just like piñata farming.
It's probably not far from the truth, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I've never met a Mexican wrestler.
Hey, Maxine, can you punch in piñata farmer to an AI image generator, and can you put it up here?
And then
I'm just curious to see what one of those looks like.
And then can you punch it into Microsoft Edge? I just want to see the difference between the two.
And then can you punch it into Meta AI?
And then can you punch in your number to my phone? That's crazy.
That's so you. It's so you to like hit up
the editor.
Hit up the non-binary editor that we got just to make sure we're like
Maxine understands our humor though, and that's why she got the job. They got the job. Maxine understands our humor.
This has actually made us very aware of
we need to lock in with the politically incorrectness.
Yeah,
we're gonna end up like that podcast that got cancelled in Melbourne because he said the N-word. I always forget that.
I feel like that's very different to us making a genuine mistake.
Not if they hear me say the N-word with a hard R.
You're not going to say the N-word with a hard R. You're going to say her with a hard R about Maxine.
It's arguably worse in today's day and age.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For anyone who'd missed it, Maxine is our non-binary editor.
But she's great. But we love her. She loves us.
But you just said she again. They are not defined by their non-binaryist, their non-binaryist.
And that's what we respect most about her.
About them.
Can you actually, Maxine, bleep out every time?
Maxine, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that.
Actually, that's my bad.
If you want to go out later, though.
Dude, this is why we can never have an editor. Last time we had a boy editor and you wouldn't stop hitting him up. Yeah, try and keep that off the record. We thought we had a girl editor, Marty wouldn't stop hitting her up. We had a boy editor, you wouldn't stop hitting him up. So we tried to pick something in the middle.
And yet, we're both hitting him up.
This is the worst podcast.
No, this started off really good. I swear, it started off really good. I don't know how we ended up here.
Your idea of a good podcast is Steve's Lava Chicken to low tape fade. This is the people have hit us up with moral dilemmas, and we're just going to give our opinions on them. I think we are like 7, so we'll just diddly daddle through them. Is it immoral to request a refund for a DoorDash order delivered to the wrong address, even though I actually found it in the end? This reminds me of back at the old studio when we rocked up one week and there was a Boss Burger and a can of Coke at our door titled to like Maxine or something.
Yeah.
And
that's happened to me before.
And Maxine only just got that order the other day because we held on to it.
Here's the thing.
She loved her blue fluffy burger.
I've had that happen to me before. Of it being delivered to the wrong place.
But you found it?
I found it, but it made a very awkward conversation with my neighbor across the road. And the guy knew he was doing the wrong thing too. Because he hopped out of the car with my food, took a photo of my food in front of the neighbor's nature strip, not even the door or anything, like just in front of grass, and then put it down, and they meant to take a photo of the door or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to go over there. They've got like a Ring doorbell and security cameras and stuff, and I was like, oh, they're going to think I'm like porch pirating or something. So I got up there, I grabbed my food, I rung the doorbell, and then they came there, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just thought I'd let you know my food got delivered here. I'm not trying to steal something from your door. It's my food. And then she was like, oh yeah, that's all good. Thanks for letting me know. What'd you get?
6 Big Macs and a thick shake. Salad. Chicken Caesar variety.
What do you want?
My number? I had a good one the other day from Uber Eats. It was actually from Harrison. So Harrison ordered Uber Eats as he does.
Very regularly.
Got the order. That was all smooth. That was fine. But I don't know what was going on, whether the app was just glitching or she clocked off afterwards and forgot to click finish off on his order. But he had her exact precise location still from the Uber app after he got the order for like 3 hours. He was just watching this woman drive around Melbourne. I don't know if he was just watching the woman drive around Melbourne. I think it was because he couldn't get it off his phone because she has to like get rid of it. It was as if like the order hadn't been delivered yet, but it had.
It's really strange.
Very strange.
That sounds like him. Sounds like something he'd do.
Next one. Is a threesome cheating even if you both consent to it? Lots of problems I have with this question. Lots of problems. Because first of all, obviously not. Second of all, both. Wouldn't it be if you're all consent? Like, is one person? Because I wouldn't call it cheating, but I'd call it wrong on a few degrees if only 2 out of the 3 people are consenting to the threesome.
Well, I think that's saying the couple are both agreed. Yeah, I want this.
Well, yeah. So no, it's not cheating. However, is the third person involved also consenting? Because there's.
I'd hope so.
Me too, but I don't know.
I feel like it wouldn't be called a threesome, or it wouldn't be called cheating. I feel like that's not the question. I feel like you guys would go from being partners to becoming partners in crime.
Couple goals.
Was that not an awesome call?
Yeah, that's why I let there be a little bit of silence for the applause before I said anything else. Should I tell my friends, in brackets, other members, about the cult group we're in, or should I just keep it to myself and leave?
Sorry, what?
I don't know. I don't actually know what this one's asking. Should I tell my friend? I think it's asking, should I tell my friends I'm in a cult group, or should I not tell them and leave the friend group or the cult group? I think start your own cult group, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way to go.
The only thing you have to benefit from a cult is you're the messiah of the cult. Surely.
Adds up.
If I was in a cult, I'd be the messiah of the cult. Well, that's kind of what we're trying to start here.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing.
But we're not going to be the heads of the cult. We're going to be like both second in command. Connor's not even going to be a part of the cult. Maxine is going to be running the cult.
Maxine. That's why we picked them. Picked them.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, that's why we picked them for an employee, because we looked at their history. No editing history. No podcasting history. Great cult running history.
Yeah.
Ran very, very many successful cults.
Absolutely. My mother is dying. Do I owe her reconciliation? If not, is it okay not to attend her funeral? I feel like you're just trying to get a get out of jail free card here.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it wrong to cheat on your wife who is... Maxine, you can't serve these up to me. This is crazy. Is it wrong to cheat on your wife who has bad dementia?
Yes. That's the most...
Hey, look.
Yes.
Hey, look.
If you have to ask your question, is this wrong?
Probably wrong.
You probably know it's wrong, but you want someone to like say, oh, no, that's fine. So then you're justified?
I'm going to be that someone. It's fine. They don't know.
Okay. Is it right to murder your wife if she has dementia and won't remember it?
I'll do you one better. Put like a Batman costume under her bed. Really freak her out.
put like set her alarm clock like 1 minute earlier each day.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because she just thinks like, well, this is such a random time to wake up. She doesn't think, wait, this is 1 minute earlier than yesterday. Because she won't remember yesterday.
Instead of serving her tea in the morning, start serving her like flat Fanta.
Piss in her tea, and then she won't even know because she won't remember what tea tastes like.
Just to show her, honey, this is how you always make it. All right. I think this might be our last one. Might be our second last one. When would you consider it okay for someone to squat a property? You know what squatting a property is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I suppose if their wife has dementia.
If there's no one else in there?
Yeah.
I guess.
I feel like if you were a certain level of drunk, it's safer to squat at someone's house. I feel like that's okay.
Is it like someone random's house or?
Yeah, like if I was drunk, instead of trying to find my way home, I'll just sleep in the garden or something, and then I'll be out of your hair in the morning.
Sleep in the garden? Squatting your house like
you go in the house.
Yeah.
What the indoor garden, like a green room. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's what surf is. It's a surfing term, so I probably shouldn't talk about that. Surfing community is not hot on Marty now.
Okay, I reckon like the building down from your house, down from your apartment, I'd squat there.
Why?
It's good company.
Fair enough.
Plus, there's always action going on. Some firefighters.
Some police officers. Always something going on, actually.
There was some. I was cooking up some great theories, and you were crushing them every time. Meth lab. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
Human trafficking. All these theories of what could be going on, and all you said that broke my theories, or you said one thing that broke my theories, all of them instantly. Why would they send the firefighters in first if it was something so illegal?
It's probably a good point. It's probably a very good point. I don't know.
I reckon it was a reverse heist.
I don't even know where to start with that.
Like they were putting furniture in there. Like instead of taking furniture or gold away, they're putting it in there.
Maybe that's just where they offload all the kittens they get out of trees. That they can't like get back to the owners. They just offload them.
That reminds me of something else. Can I say something quickly?
Yeah, it's your podcast, brother.
I got a message on Hinge that was so random, out of the blue, and made no sense to me. I don't know if I've told you about it yet. I got a message from this girl, and it said, my profile has pictures of me as an arborist, and has my job title as an arborist. And she sent me a message saying, oh my goodness, one time my bird got stuck in a tree, and I didn't know what to do, and the only thing I could think to do was call an arborist to help get her down. And he did it free of charge. Your work is so important. Thank you so much. I replied to that with, how the fuck did a bird get stuck in a tree?
She actually sent me a similar message.
No, she didn't.
She said, oh my god, I once got my toe stuck in my shoe, and then I had to call a shoe doctor to get it out. A foot doctor to get it out. Your work is so important.
Feet.
Gingivitis is my favourite. Killing a dying and this one I left to last deliberately because we experienced this last week after we finished filming our Severance podcast. There was a little rascal getting about the studio, and I'm not talking about you, Maxine. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a mouse in the house. There was a mouse in this house, and my first reaction was, let's freaking kill it. Let's freaking kill it. Vegans, you know I stand with you. You know I stand with you. Don't read my last week's Instagram caption. Plug Tyson's Instagram right here. Vegans, you know I stand with you. But this rat, it was a mouse. But I wanted to kill it. And so I'll read the moral dilemma. Is it okay to kill a dying and suffering rat with a foot stomp? Not exactly what we came across. Once again, it wasn't a rat. It was a mouse. Once again, wasn't dying and suffering. It was fully healthy, ready for the catch and release. But I also wasn't going to stomp it. I was going to hit it with a shovel, which is slightly nicer way to go out, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It had silk touch.
I feel like if it's suffering and it's not going to recover, it's valid.
But what if it's fully healthy and I just don't like mice in my house?
Not valid. Not valid.
Well, and I hope all you vegans out there have put your pitchforks down and your whatever else you need to kill me, because we didn't kill it. because Jake now he was a bit of a hero. He said, "I'll take care of it," and he put it in a jar, and we took it down the road and we released it. But I don't know. I still feel like the shovel would have been the best play.
But I just don't. I don't know. I disagree with it. Not with that.
You have to think about you have your own definition of a living thing.
Yeah.
So
which is just anything that's living, I don't kill.
Well, Jake lives in his ivory tower, and he says, "Oh, you're not allowed to kill this. You're not allowed to kill that." Like when we went to the aquarium, it was like the fishes are so funny, but then as soon as we come across the penguins, it's all jokes aside.
That was you.
And
I didn't care about any.
And then also, what does this guy do for a profession? He fucking cuts trees. You telling me trees aren't living, brother? Tell me trees aren't living, brother?
Yeah, but they don't have feelings.
You don't know that. Have you ever asked? Probably because you've never asked.
Have you ever heard a tree scream?
No.
There you go. Doesn't hurt.
Does the Pope shit in the woods, brother? Probably not, actually.
No, because...
Who's the Pope currently?
What excites me right now?
Goth girls.
No, she's not a goth girl. She's beautiful. She's the love of my life.
Who? Alice.
Wasn't even thinking about her, but you are right.
Yeah, fair.
You're on the money there. No, I was talking about a different girl.
Oh, okay. Apparently this guy's just got a roster.
I don't have a roster. And Alice made it very clear she's not going to be a part of my roster. Unless.
You never know.
Unless.
I don't have a roster.
I don't have a roster either. I literally talk to one girl at a time, and right now it's this love of my life.
They just so happen to every single time be the love of your life, which I respect. What are you talking to them otherwise for?
Exactly. I meet the this is a Jake thing. I meet the love of my life, and then the next week I meet the love of my life, and the next week after that I meet the love of my life.
And it's a good rotation.
And the best bit is that you never know when I'm gonna be telling the truth, because in my mind I'm always telling the truth.
I don't think it's I don't think it's silly. I don't think it's a silly way to go about dating. It's just everyone's the love of your life.
Yeah.
You're putting your heart out there.
Yeah.
But at the rate you're going, none of them are actually going to get locked down in the end. So that's you're not even really putting yourself out of there at all.
I am. I'm trying.
Oh, what I'm saying is like you're putting your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah.
But you're never really rolling up your sleeve.
Oh, I'm 100% rolling up my sleeve for this girl. I will. You're gonna meet this girl.
Jake's never introduced me to a girl. Not like he's never introduced me into one of his.
I did.
Failed romances.
One of my failed ones.
Well, there's not been many successful ones.
Yeah, or like
I'm not failed
while I'm talking.
That sounds harsh, and I know the jammers are on Team Jake right now.
No.
What I mean by that is he's not currently married to a woman that he's introduced me with. So other than that, I'm assuming all of the ones before are failed romances.
Introducing you to a girl who I've failed with, and then introduced her to you, or while I'm talking to her?
No, like while you're talking to
okay.
them.
Yeah, that's because nothing's been serious enough.
But you've also never introduced me to anyone post the fail.
Well, I feel like that would be crazy.
It would be, but why did you have to distinguish between those two definitions?
Because you said you never introduced me to one of your failed talking stages.
But not pre-failure.
Well,
or post-failure. I don't care when I get introduced to them. I'm just saying you've never introduced me to a romance. Like in my eyes, you just have never. Sorry, I'm joking. No, I've been off the hinge. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Maxine.
No, that's because I haven't had anything serious enough while we've been friends. Which has been 6 years, but...
It doesn't even have to be serious. I would have thought that you'd introduce them to me before your parents. Have you ever taken a girl home?
Yeah.
To your parents? As your girlfriend?
As my situationship.
You've taken a situationship home?
Yeah, when I was 17.
I never...
A situationship that I was planning on marrying, by the way.
I will never take a girl home unless I have full intention. I would never take a girl home unless I'm gonna date her.
Yeah.
And I would also... Yeah.
I had plans on dating her. But my
but what I'm saying is I make sure it's a sure bet thing. And then they meet my parents. And if that all goes well, then the only thing left to do is to ask the question. Do you want to get McDonald's? Different ways to say you're running late. So we got a couple here for you. Do you want to start us off? with one of your riveting quotes.
Yeah, sure.
Don't know why I zested that up so much for the camera.
Give me a sec. I'm busy saving the world.
Respect. As long as Gotham is safe.
Yeah.
I like that one. I had... This has just been kind of the vibe I've been on recently.
Yeah.
I've just been gaslighting. So I just wrote down, dude, where are you?
Great one. Stall for time a bit.
Yeah.
See, my next one is also a bit of stalling for time, but with no explanation.
Yeah.
Oi, wait.
Oi, wait.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm going to be out here at 5:15. At 5:15, you get a message from me. Oi, wait. That's all you get?
That's cool. No, I like that. I had just watching the adverts. So, like, this would assume 5:15. At 5:15, you hit me with, where are you? Just watching the adverts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Once again, no context, but I feel like enough said.
Yeah. My next one, this one sort of just gives, says I'm going to be late without directly saying it. It says I'm not going to be there on time. My kitten is stuck in a tree.
And that's a double entendre, because that could actually be a cat up there, or that could be the goth girl Jake's been talking to recently.
Stuck in the tree.
Either way. Or it could be a bird. We don't know.
Could be a bird.
Could be a bird. Could be anything stuck in the tree. I'm counting sheep right now, which is just insinuating I'm kind of falling asleep behind the wheel here.
Yeah.
I'm just not firing on all cylinders. I'm counting sheep.
I feel like these ones line up really nicely because my next one is, bro, I do not have my wiggle on.
That's great. That actually does line up very nicely.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about the Wiggles.
No.
My favorite band.
No, I don't have my wriggle on.
Oh, Wriggle?
Yeah.
Like Miss Wrigley from Year 2?
Dude, get a wriggle on.
Oh.
I'm saying bro, I do not have my wriggle on.
Oh. Shout out to anybody who understood my Miss Wrigley reference. You pretty much just had to go to primary school with me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Father Time has me in a chokehold. Sorry. Daddy Time has me in a chokehold. Is that kinky enough for you?
What? Daddy Time?
Like Father Time.
Yeah.
You know, the concept of Father Time.
Oh, yeah.
But Daddy Time, because he has me in a chokehold. And that's kinky. Yeah. And everybody loves when you're running late and you hit him with the kinkiest line you could think of.
My last one isn't all that great.
Neither's mine. My last one doesn't even make sense, matter of fact.
Mine makes a little bit of sense, but it's well, that's so whimsical.
I would probably say mine's pretty... mine's more environmental specialist.
Oh, me too.
Mine's arborist.
Oh, no.
No, mine's more marine biologist.
Mine's definitely just
Let's hear it.
Vet nurse.
Vet nurse.
Hold up. I'm discovering a new animal.
Oh, that's more Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's Pokemon.
Yeah, it's Pokemon.
It's like what Ash Ketchum would say if he's running late at 5:15.
Pokemon.
Ash Ketchum. My last one was I'm skipping rocks across the pond. I don't know. That one, this was quite literally, I was just...
How do you get Pikachu on the school bus?
I was at the end of my rope when I was thinking of that one.
You Pokemon.
I was going to circle back to that, but I'm not going to anymore. And I just thought, what if I'm actually running... I tried to put myself in this situation. If I'm actually running late, where could I be? Where am I most likely to be? And realistically, that's probably just the honest answer. I probably am just skipping rocks. Probably am just skipping rocks across the pond. Please
cut all this.
I beg, Maxine, I beg you cut that. But once again, gooning's not a good thing, so I'm not trying to glorify gooning. Gooning started. It didn't even start as a good thing because you would always try and kill the goons in Lego Batman.
This guy.
I'm trying
this guy. If he was in the business world, he'd have a briefcase full of grilled cheese.